Ever heard the one about the man who thought he could lose weight by eating rice? He said, "It's light, right? How much weight could it possibly add?" Well, let me tell you folks, he was in for a surprise when he found out rice wasn't a weight loss fairy, but a carb-loaded imp. It was as if he'd been eating mini marshmallows thinking they were diet food. Now, imagine a fellow named Bob. Bob loved his rice. He had it with every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He was convinced that his dear friend Rice was as innocent as a lamb. But Bob, like many of us, wasn't aware that rice, while delicious, can be a silent saboteur when you're trying to lose weight. One day, Bob decided it was time to shed a few pounds. He thought, "I'll just keep eating my rice. It's healthy, isn't it?" Bob, bless his heart, was about as wrong as a cat trying to bark. Weeks went by and Bob was working out, getting all sweaty and panting like a dog on a hot summer day. But when he stepped on the scale, it seemed like the numbers were playing a cruel joke on him. They weren't going down. In fact, they were going up. Bob was confused. Here he was, exercising like a man possessed, eating what he thought was a healthy diet, and yet the scale wasn't budging. It seemed like his weight loss journey was more of a weight gain roller coaster ride. That's when his gym buddy Jim pointed out the elephant in the room, or rather the rice in the bowl. Jim told Bob, "You know, rice is high in carbs, right? And carbs, my friend, can be your enemy when you're trying to lose weight." Bob was shocked. He felt betrayed. His beloved rice, a traitor? It was a revelation. He decided to put his rice love to rest and bid adieu to his grainy friend. The days turned into weeks and Bob started noticing changes. His pants started to feel looser, and the numbers on the scale started to drop. Bob couldn't believe it. He'd been harboring the enemy in his kitchen all along. Now, Bob is a changed man. He's learned the truth about rice and weight loss. He's healthier, fitter, and happier. But every now and then, when he passes the rice aisle in the supermarket, he sheds a tear for the loss of his old friend. To wrap it up, folks, here's a funny recap of our tale. Bob was a rice-loving guy who thought he could lose weight while still enjoying his favorite grain. But his weight had other plans, and despite his best efforts, it wasn't going anywhere. It wasn't until his buddy Jim pointed out the carb-filled truth about rice that Bob realized he'd been sabotaging his own weight loss journey. After bidding a tearful farewell to rice, Bob finally started to see the results he wanted, and he learned a valuable lesson. Sometimes, the things we love the most can be our biggest hurdles. So remember, folks, watch what you eat, because you never know when your favorite food might be the one holding you back. And that's the long grain and short of it.